Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CPHS Channel 6, where tonight we have some varsity girls volleyball action between the home team, the Port Huron High Big Reds, and the Utica Chieftains. I'm Brandon Kovac, your announcer for this evening. We'll start off with the Big Reds scoring the first point. First up the serve is number 7, Jade Roan. That hit comes up short for Utica, so that's another point for Port Huron High. Port Huron High coming into this one overall record 18-10-8. The record for the MAC Blue is 6-3. Goodwin with the spike. That one goes out of bounds for the first point for Utica. Score now 2-1. Candace Zulo take the first serve. Burkhart's going to be called for a net infraction, so point goes to Utica, and we're tied up at 2 apiece. Candace Zulo again on the serve. Just set up for Burkhart, and that will give the point to the Big Reds. Now we've got Amanda Goodwin up the serve. Tied back up at 3 apiece now. Utica has Taylor Young up the serve. A great block there by number 14, Margaret Gatch. So Utica takes the lead. And that point will be scored by number 2, Sydney Jones. So we're tied up at 4 apiece. Olivia Burkhart on the serve. So set up for Jones. That hit comes up short. That's going to be 4 hits on the Big Reds. So Utica takes the lead again, score 5-4. That's going to bring up Elena Danielson to take the serve. Now Utica's going to take a timeout. I think there's a little bit of a confusion on their rotation because I don't think that Danielson was ready to serve. So the last time these two teams met was in Utica, and Port Huron High came out victorious in that match, 3 wins to none. Coach for Utica is actually going to take another timeout here. Hopefully they don't need those later on. I'm sure there's some kind of limit. So now it looks like they finally got their rotation figured out. Utica is leading right now 5-4 in the first game of this best-of-5 matchup. The last game that I could get stats from for Utica was over a week ago, and that was Utica versus Clintondale, and they won that one 2-0. Must have been some kind of tournament play, since normally it'd be a best-of-5 matchup. So here we go. Elena Danielson up to serve. Sydney Jones with the spike, and that's going to do it for the Big Reds point. So now up to serve is Sydney Jones. Port Huron High. Playing in her last home game of the regular season for the Big Reds. She is a senior. Now I'll announce the other seniors for the Big Reds. I'd like to recognize them too. Jones again on the serve. And she gets the point off of the serve. 2 aces in a row. Score now 7-5 with the Big Reds on top. So set up for Weiss. That one goes deep and out of bounds. So it's going to bring up Mary Dichkowski. Jade Roan with the spike, and that's going to do it for the point. Big Reds leading now 8-6. It's going to bring up Heather Weiss on the serve. And a great tip by number 8, Candace Zulo, gives Utica the point. Now we've got Kristen Berg up to serve. Jade Roan with the spike. And their Utica block comes up short, so Big Reds will get the point. Score now 9-7 with PH on top. That brings up Taylor Johnston. That one goes deep and out of bounds for another Big Reds point. And that's going to be a Utica point. That will bring up Candace Zulo to take the serve. That hit's going to come up short for a PH point. The Big Reds leading now 11-8. Referee taking a moment, talking with the stat keeper, I believe. Seems that they're having a little bit of trouble with the rotation. I don't know if it's for Port Huron High or Utica. Remember, folks, you can get a copy of any event that CPHS Channel 6 has taped for a small fee. Just give us a call at 984-6621. That number again, 984-6621. Our archives go all the way back to 1986. So if you want to see it, get it on VHS or DVD. 984-6621, the number to call. There you see a lot of the Port Huron High fans and a couple of Utica fans peppered in through there. Normally we have the visitors team behind us, but I guess they decided to all stay on the same side. We're still trying to figure out the Utica rotation.
Next server is 8. Okay. She lead wrote it. She should have I think you want 14. She went in for number 6.
Resume play with Jade Roan taking the serve for Port Huron High. Great block at the net by the Big Reds. That's going to be called an illegal hit on Utica, so the point goes to the Big Reds. Score now 13-8. Port Huron High on top. And Jade Roan again up to serve. Now Burkhart with the spike. Great block at the net, a combination of number 8 Candace Zulo and Margaret Getch for Utica, and that gives them the point. Now up to serve again is Candace Zulo. Burkhart with the spike and the point for Port Huron High. It's going to bring up Amanda Goodwin, take the serve. That's going to be ruled inbounds, so the point goes to the Big Reds. Maybe it went off one of the Utica players. Utica able to recover on the bad hit. Cindy Jones with the spike, and the point goes to the Big Reds as they lead now 16-9. Goodwin again on the serve. That's deep and out of bounds. Great tip by Weiss. Another great tip back by Margaret Getch. Now Burkhart with the spike. It's going to be contact on the net for Utica, so the point goes to Port Huron High. Olivia Burkhart will take the serve for Port Huron High. Great save by Roan. So set up for Jones. That one goes deep and out of bounds. Here we are again with another problem with the rotation for the Chieftains. The referee's just going to call a side out on the Chieftains and give the ball to the Port Huron High Big Reds. And I believe he gave him the point too. The line judge referee is going to look over the rotation again. So the score now 18-11. Port Huron High on top in the first game of the best-of-5 matchup. We'll resume play with Sydney Jones taking the serve. That's going to be a point for the Big Reds off of the serve. Score now 19-11. Great spike by Roan. To set up for Weiss, the spike and the point. Sydney Jones again on the serve. And that goes out the side. Now it's going to bring up number 9, Elena Danielson, to take the serve for the Chieftains. So there's still some more confusion with the rotation. They're saying that number 6 should be up to serve, Shauna Boyd. So they're trying to figure out who that should be in the rotation. The referees are going to confer on this again. And that point is going to go to the Port Huron High Big Reds again due to the error on the Chieftains' rotation. So the score now 21-12, Port Huron High on top. It's going to bring up Heather Weiss to take the serve. And the point goes to the Port Huron High Big Reds. Big Reds making a substitution, bringing into the game Madison Easton, the only freshman on the Port Huron High team. Weiss on the serve. That's going to be an illegal hit on the Big Reds. The point goes to the Chieftains. So Kristen Berg will take the serve. And that one stayed out of bounds, so the point goes to the Chieftains. Score now 14-22 with Port Huron High on top. Berg again on the serve. That one's going to come up short. That brings up Taylor Johnston, the other senior on the Port Huron High Big Red squad, playing her last home game in the regular season. The point goes to the Chieftains. Now it's going to bring up Courtney Zulo to take the serve. And the point goes to the Chieftains. Now Zulo again on the serve. And the point goes to the Chieftains. Score now 23-17. The Chieftains still not out of this one. The Big Reds are kind of closing in. That's out of bounds for another Chieftains point. Now Burkhart with the spike has it blocked at the net. Now Tufton sends it over. Burkhart again with the spike, and that one makes it through for the Big Reds point. It's now game point, 24-18 for the Port Huron High Big Reds. And I'll bring up Jamie Tuffin. That one goes deep and out of bounds. Now we've got Candace Zulo up to serve again. So set up for Easton. Now Burkhart with the spike, and that's going to do it for the first game. The Big Reds winning this one, 25-19. Second game underway with Sydney Jones starting us off with the Big Red serve. Goodwin sends it over. Vanessa Junka with the spike, and that one comes up short. Big Reds score the first point. That's going to go out of bounds for another Big Reds point. Jones to serve. That's going to be another Big Reds point. So they're leading now 3-0 in the second game. That was just a bad hit on the Big Reds, so the point goes to Chieftains. Now up to serve is Candace Zulo. And a great spike by number 14, Megan Murphy. Gives the Big Reds the point in the serve. Courtney Corby up to serve. A great spike by number 13, Vanessa Junka. So that's going to bring up Taylor Young to take the serve. And a great spike by Heather Weiss gives the Big Reds the point. That's going to be an illegal hit on Getch. She made contact with the net, so the point goes to the Big Reds. Oh, excuse me, it was against the Big Reds, so the point goes to Utica. Score now 5-3. Put Huron High on top. Vanessa Junka up to serve. And Weiss with the spike again. The Big Reds get the point off the serve. There's Megan Murphy serving on that one, and she'll serve again. Score now 7-3. That's going to be a point for Utica. Number 6, Shauna Boyd. And a great spike by Heather Weiss again. Weiss up to serve. Goodwin with the tip. That's going to go out of bounds for a Port Huron High point. Score is now 9-4. That one stayed in bounds, so it's going to be a Port Huron High point off of the serve. That's going to be another point for Port Huron High off of the serve. And another point for Port Huron High. I believe that's 3 aces right in a row for Weiss. Score now 12-4. And Jones's hit be enough for the point. It's going to bring up Molly Aguinaga to take the serve. Great spike by Amanda Goodwin. That was saved by Mara Dyczkowski. Jones with the tip. Now Dyczkowski sets it up. And that one, I believe, went out of bounds, so the point will go to Utica. Brings up Brittany Domininski. And the point goes to Port Huron High off of the spike from Sydney Jones. Big Reds now leading 14-5. That brings up Taylor Johnston, the third and final senior for the Port Huron High Big Reds, playing her final home game in the regular season. That's going to be an illegal hit on Utica, so the point goes to the Big Reds. Score now 15-5. Johnston up to serve again. There's something illegal going on the Big Red side, so the point goes to the Utica Chieftains. That brings up Mary Dyczkowski. That hit comes up short for a Chieftains point. And Vanessa Junca gets the point for the Chieftains. Burkhardt with the spike, a great return. That was number 11, Kristen Sebastian. The point goes to Utica. A little bit of miscommunication on the Utica side cost them the point. Big Reds leading 16-9. Coach calling a timeout for Utica. Port Huron High Big Reds are coming off of this game, or coming into this game with a victory over top of Chippewa Valley, 3-1. The scores were 25-18, 15-25, 25-20, and 25-15. And in that one, Weiss had 17 kills. Goodwin with 8 kills and 3 blocks. and Jade Roan with 8 kills and 9 digs. Big Red's fairly successful this year. 6-3 is their record in the MAC Blue. 18-10 and 8 overall. So we'll resume play with Sydney Jones up to serve. That's going to be an ace point for the Big Reds. Goodwin with the spike, and that's going to do it for the point for the Big Reds. Score is now 19-9. The Port Huron High Big Reds on top. Some miscommunication on the Chieftains side cost them the point. Score now 20-9. The Big Reds leading in this matchup 1-0. That stayed in bounds for an ace point for Sydney Jones. The Chieftains coach is going to call for another timeout. Well, just previous to this game, we had the JV matchup between Port Huron High and Utica. And Port Huron High came out victorious in that one, 2-0. The second game, we were actually able to sit down and watch it, and it was a very outstanding performance by the Port Huron High JV team. They were trailing 12 points to 21, and then they came back to win it 25-23. Pretty unbelievable comeback for the JV squad for Port Huron High. We'll resume play with Sydney Jones still serving for Port Huron High. Goodwin with the spike. I'm not sure what the call was, but the point goes to the Utica Chieftains. So that's going to bring up number 8, Canada Zulo, to take the serve. And the point goes to the Utica Chieftains. And the spike with Burkhart gives the Big Reds the point. Score now 22-11. Great spike by Vanessa Junca. And that's going to do it for the point. Scored by Margaret Getch. That's going to bring up Taylor Young to take the serve. That one was out of bounds, so the Utica Chieftains will get the point. And a great spike by Megan Murphy gives the Big Reds the point. Score now 23-13. Megan Murphy again on the spike. Some great back and forth play, and the Big Reds come out with the point. Olivia Burkhart again on the serve. And that's going to do it for the second game. Big Reds winning this one 25-13. They now lead 2-0 over top of the Utica Chieftains. Third game underway with Candace Zulu taking the serve for the Chieftains. Olivia Burkhart with the spike, and the point goes to the Big Reds. So it's going to bring up Jade Roan to take the serve. And off of the serve, the point goes to the Big Reds. They lead 2-0. Roan again on the serve. And the point goes to the Chieftains. So that brings up Taylor Young. That went off one of the Chieftain players. Point goes to the Big Reds. Up to serve is Amanda Goodwin. That one comes up short. Now up to serve is Vanessa Junca. And the point goes to the Port Huron High Big Reds. They lead 4-2 right now. Olivia Burkhart up to serve. And the point goes to the Chieftains. That one went off of the outside bar. So the score now 4-4. That brings up Christian Sebastian to take the serve. That's out of bounds. Chieftains take the lead 5-4. And the point goes to the Big Reds. We're tied back up at 5 apiece. Megan Murphy will take the serve. That hit's going to go wide for a Utica point, tying us up at 6 apiece. Now up to serve is Christy Domninski. Now Utica takes the lead, 7-6. And the spike by Jade Roan gives the Big Reds the point. Now up to serve is Sydney Jones. That's out of bounds. So Utica now takes the lead again, 8-7. That brings up Mary Dichkowski. Some great maneuvering gives the Big Reds able to room to return it. And it goes out of bounds. The Chieftains are saying that one of the Big Reds touched it. The refs didn't see it. Point goes to the Port Huron High Big Reds. It's going to bring up Taylor Johnston to take the serve. We're tied up at 8 apiece. Big Reds leading in this matchup, 2-0. Jade Roan with the spike, and that one went out of bounds. Now that brings up Candace Zulo to take the serve. She set up for Burkhart. A great spike will give them the point. It's now tied up 9 apiece. Big Reds in control of the serve. Jade Roan now up to serve. That's going to be a point for the Big Reds. They take the lead 10-9. Jade Roan again on the serve. Johnson sets one up for Tuffin. Now Goodwin with the tip, and that's going to be the Big Reds point. Going to call an infraction on the Big Reds, so the point goes to the Chieftains. They trail by 1, the score 11-10. That brings up Taylor Young on the serve. Great block at the net by Burkhart and Goodwin. And the point goes to the Port Huron High Big Reds. Now we've got Amanda Goodwin up to serve. Burkhart with the great spike. That's the Big Reds point from Jamie Tuffin. That brings up Arisha Ray Aspie. That's deep and out of bounds. Now we've got Vanessa Junca up to serve. That's deep and out of bounds. Now Olivia Burkhart up to take the serve for Port Huron High. And that'll be the point for Utica by Margaret Getch. So the score is now 14-12 with the Big Reds on top. We've got Christian Sebastian up to serve. That's out of bounds. That's going to bring up Jamie Tuffin to take the serve. A great hit gives the Big Reds the point. Big Reds now lead 16-12. And Roan with the great spike gives the Big Reds the point. And that'll be a point for the Utica Chieftains. Score is 17-13 with the Big Reds on top. That's going to bring up Christy Dominski. And a point goes to the Big Reds off of the spike by Jade Roan. Great block by Amanda Goodwin at the net. Great save by the Chieftains. We got some good volleying going back and forth. And the tip by number 4, Taylor Johnston, will give the Big Reds the point. Utica Chieftains are going to take a timeout as Port Huron High Big Reds are leading in this one 19-13. They're also leading in the matchup 2-0. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate and say goodbye to the seniors of Port Huron High. That's Sydney Jones, Taylor Johnston, and Olivia Burkhart playing their last game as Big Reds volleyball on their home court. They do have another tournament coming up, and then they'll be into the districts. But this is their last home game in the regular season. So we'll resume play with Sydney Jones taking the serve. And the point goes to the Big Reds off of the serve. Big Reds making a substitution, bringing in Madison Easton. And Roan Spike will give the Big Reds the point. They now lead 21-13. That's out of bounds for another Big Reds point. And that's going to be a Big Red point, making the score 23-13. Port Huron High closing in on this one. That one stayed in bounds for another point off of Sydney Jones' serve. It's game point now, 24-13. And that's going to do it for the game. Another victory for Port Huron High. They win this one 25-13, winning this matchup 3-0. That's going to do it for us on CPHS Channel 6. I'm Brandon Kovac. Good night.